That said, I know you noticed yesterday, Jim, Goldman Sachs has a reopening index, which they've had since the beginning of the pandemic. It's now at a 6 out of 10. That's a new cycle high. And I don't know if you noticed, search interest in the term hotel is at a 10-year high.
I love that.
So despite some of these boiling pots around the world at difficult times in Europe and South America, our reopening, as David said, is definitely on track.
Well, look, I mean, if you're at Google, all right, there were no calls to you last year. Now you've got inventory galore. That's one of the great things about the web. And travel, if that's the key word, then the estimates are way too low. I mean, a lot of these things that are happening in the healthcare market are just directly impacting stocks. And we really have to relate it. Because I think that when you see that travel is that high, you have to believe that David talks about this endlessly. David, the regular consumer can make up for the business traveler if the search word hotel is at a 10-year high.
Yeah, for a little while, but they're not going to continue to be at that level, Jim. There's a great deal of pent-up demand, one would expect, and yes, for a period of time, it's going to be furious demand from the leisure traveler. But longer term, I continue to wonder whether you're going to see a return of the business traveler to the levels that we saw in 2019 when everybody else gets back to normal travel, when we're all not feeling like, I got to get out, and we're back to traveling every so often.
But by then, I mean, Jamie Dimon was pretty abject about how bad he felt Zoom is in terms of getting things done. It slows things. Now, typically he was talking about internal. But, I don't think Jamie Dimon is going to say, you know what, everyone's using Zoom to go see clients, so why don't we use Zoom?
No,
I think he's just like this, your hedge fund friends. And,
what about my hedge fund friends?
Well, don't you always read that in Twitter? People always say we're friends. We don't talk to any of these people.
Most of them, a lot of them are in New York, but a bunch of them are still in Florida.
You're a hedge fund.
Maybe not ever coming back.
I work for the hedge funds. I hate the hedge funds.
That 14% state and local income tax is going to keep a lot of them, maybe some of them, from ever coming back.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.